since I went through something recently, I was worried about somebody killing themselves. Can you say something about anti-suicide?
My gosh,
don't ever do that.
Please.
Always reach out to somebody. I was in a situation recently. I was very scared about somebody. I was so upset for days.
This is very serious business. Please, if you have the urge to do that, just open the door and scream for help. Pick up the phone. Call someone. Please, please, please. It's not worth it taking your own life. It won't get you nowhere. Call somebody. Call your friend who haven't talked for 10 years or 5 years, whatever. Do something, but please don't take your own life. Please,
yeah, I'm still disturbed by that. And
yeah, we're still upset.
I'm glad
about
the person
is fine.
Alive, but it was so disturbing. I was looking up anti-suicide resources. If you're that worried, you call an ambulance. Whatever you think you're going to kill yourself. Walk into the emergency room and tell them you're thinking of killing yourself.
Get out. At that moment, you have the urge to get out and run and talk to the first stranger you see out there. I don't care what you do. Just don't take your own life.
I was looking online and seeing other people's messages saying they're thinking of killing themselves, and I have no idea who these people are and what they're going through, but they all say, they all say how bleak things are and how it'll never get better, and it was just overwhelming to look at. I wanted to leave messages saying, please stick through it, hold on, and it just so many messages. I couldn't believe it. All these people have either it didn't work for them or whatever. I don't know if they don't know there's therapy out there. That should be like the number one public service announcement. Get therapy.
That dark thought you have in your minds, please never ever do that. Just do something. I don't care if you eat 10-pound cake or whatever you do to make you feel good, whatever. Just call somebody, go outside, and if you see a stranger, just talk to the stranger. Call the police, call the emergency.
And call the number I'll put on the screen, the suicide hotline in America, at least.
But if you please, don't stay in your room and do nothing. Just get out, and if anything else, just run. Around the whole city.
Yeah, well, not only everyone will just grieve horribly about thinking what could they have done to stop this or why did you do it. And, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, it's so sad to think, if I look at like a chart of the history of the universe, 14 billion years or so, at 13.7 billion years, this person has one little mark here and it's cut way short and that's it. And the universe will go on without them.
Because you lose your life, you can ever get it back.
It was so disturbing to think about that. I don't know how many people understand this or think it won't work or something. There's therapy. You can talk to therapists. Right. Get that. We have public service announcements for get checked up for cancer, for put your seatbelt on, for buzz driving is drunk driving, for talk to your kids, all this stuff. I don't see them for get therapy. Go to a therapist. There should be a therapist lobby putting these messages about.
This is the worst anybody can do to themselves and to others.
Wait. Stop it. People may not understand. A lot of people are resistant to therapy. They think, no, I want to hold on to my problem. It's mine. Or they're ashamed of talking about it. They don't realize therapy actually works. It has when you are responsible and you go to therapy and you work it, you can't just go and be passive. When you actually use it and work it, and I know I've been to therapy for years. I mean, obviously, look how I ended up there. And I've been suicidal. I've been in the hospital, for a few days. I've wanted to do it so many hundreds of times. It's so disturbing to think about the times I wanted to do it. I don't want to remember. So I understand in my own way. Trust me, it takes years and years to work on these problems.
It's very scary.
But it's a decision, and therapy's out there. Why people don't take advantage of it? Why that's not a message in schools constantly? I think the image I had of therapy when I was a kid was it's for seriously crazy people. Like it's for somebody who's totally different and I don't understand them. And so I denied that I needed it for years. And until I was just totally mentally unmanageable. I was out of control. I couldn't take care of myself. And I realized, okay, I finally had to go. And I had to do that several times over the years. I would stop and go back and stop and go back. And then I would read books on how to help myself. Viktor Frankl's a good author. Read from him. Lou Buscaglia, look up his books and his videos and Frankel's videos on YouTube. Always try and learn, make connections. It was just so, and that pain, everybody around you is just going to grieve horribly, thinking you're gone, that's it, there's no coming back. And wondering what they could have done or how they could have helped you.
Exactly.
And all that pain just goes to everybody else. And I just want to have this out there so people realize it's actually not a good decision. I understand that's a terrible pain to be in.
But
where
that's
you
not
think
the answer.
in the moment
it's
it
not
might
the answer
work.
to the problem.
Yeah.
Definitely it's not the answer to the problem.
I know what it's like to think it'll work. Like that, what other choice do you have? Believe me, I was disabled for 9 months where I just was in so much pain constantly, and I was sleeping about 1 hour a night or less. Actually less a lot of the time for several of those months. And then I was only able to sleep in the day. It was crazy. I could only go to bed at 7 or 8 in the morning, sleep till 3 in the afternoon. I couldn't even sit down. I was in so much pain for several of those months. Believe me, I get it. And like, why we don't have the messages about there's therapy, there's books, there's work on yourself, why it's treated like something that's, it doesn't work, or it's only for crazy people or whatever. Probably half of America's on some kind of antidepressant.
No, it's just a disorder. Nobody's crazy. I don't like this word crazy. I don't like
when I was growing up, that's sort of the image I had of therapy is, it's only for other different people, until I realized, I need it. Like, I need it badly.
You don't
and
need
it helps.
to be,
it's not everything. Your responsibility is what controls that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because it was so scary. Maybe somebody will see that, and you can share this video and just say something.
Maybe one life can be saved.
I know, so many people commit suicide. It's so disturbing how I was looking, and not only that, in other countries, I don't even know what resources there are for suicide prevention. Well, no, a lot of countries have them, but some, you got to imagine, like Syria, Afghanistan. Imagine those people suffer depression. They have schizophrenia. They have problems.
Especially when you see these
not only mental problems, physical problems. You can be depressed about being paralyzed or losing your legs or whatever, going blind, whatever. Losing your family. You grieve over your family. Maybe you're mentally and physically fine, but somebody dies and you're grieving over them. You need help. Just talk to somebody, look online. Just want to say that it's just so disturbing, and it really doesn't make anything better. I just can't. I get it. I understand.
It's so distasteful.
Wait, let me say, because I've been there.
Horrible feeling.
Let me say, because I've been there. Hundreds of times I would say in chat rooms and stuff, I want to kill myself. I want to slash my throat. I just want to, I'm in such excruciating pain at the moment. I get it. Why I didn't do it, I think it's somehow the indignity of doing violence to myself. It felt like a bad way to end things, and that kind of prevented me. And also, I was taken to the hospital. Police showed up when I threatened it, and somebody tipped off the police, took me to the hospital for 5 days. And it, just the ritual of going there sort of showed me, okay, I shouldn't do this. I should slow down.
I know.
I know how disturbing it is. Look up also Boogie2988. He has great videos talking about. Yeah, well, he's attempted suicide before. He said he tried it first when he was 14 because he was in such an abusive home. He grew up in a coal mining town in Virginia, and it was just people were unhappy.
Where is that?
His parents were abusive. I forget where. It's somewhere in a rural part of Virginia.
Yeah, okay.
And he tried to hang himself, and he was lucky he couldn't do it. He's actually said he was so fat he couldn't do it. And so he's actually lucky he was able to survive. Still been a tough struggle since then.
Okay,
And nobody's life is easy in a way. Like, we all struggle, but just reach out to somebody. Make that decision to recover. It's a decision. It doesn't arrive because you sit there and think about it. You got to talk to people, talk to therapists, call a suicide hotline. You go to an internet chat room for depression, something. Reach out to people. You call anywhere. Call a church. I'm not religious at all. Call somebody.
Just call someone.
No, you talk to a human being.
That's what I say. Talk to a stranger.
Yeah,
I don't care who you talk.
I understand there's a feeling of shame people have when they're victimized too. When they're whatever, when they're beaten, when they're raped. But it's just so crazy how much that happens, It's unbelievable. But still, make that decision. Anyways, there you go. That's the message. I was just thinking about that the last few days because I really wanted to reach out to this person.
Love yourself a little bit, not to do that.
And all of that, you can focus on others. You can help other people when you're in pain. That helps ease your own pain. When you help somebody else, they don't even have to help them. Relate to them. Just go out. Just be with friends. Talk to people. Not always easy. Don't necessarily go drinking or abusing substance abuse. Do something crazy when you're impulsive and your judgment's impaired. But just talk to people, share something. There's more people probably who understand than don't understand.
Right.
Because so many people think that and they don't talk about it, or they think they don't need help, and they end up treating themselves in a very bad way that only increases their own trauma or pain, because they think they have the answer, and the reality is they don't. They're just amplifying their trauma and making it worse, and therefore they think there's no answer anywhere. Oh, it's not even a good idea to go to therapy, so why even try? It's only going to make it worse. No, you go to therapy, you'll live another day.
Exactly.
You'll survive. You might be hurt, shaken up. Anyways, I just wanted to say that.